David, when Kathy Hochul begins to formally serve as governor of the state, she will probably be challenged over some of her past political viewpoints. For example, a question surfaced during that news conference today about her changing position on the greenlight law for undocumented immigrants, which runs back to her days as Erie County clerk. Channel 2's Ron Plants takes a closer look at that.
Thruway tolls were Hamburg Councilwoman Kathy Hochul's target back in the 90s. Then, as Erie County clerk, she stepped into that state greenlight law debate with the short-lived Spitzer administration. And since then, she had to carefully tack around tricky issues like abortion as a member of Congress in what was a very Republican 26th district. And now, as lieutenant governor, she touts the Cuomo administration achievement list on minimum wage, child care, and clean green energy. Again, no policy statements today, but she did use the word progressive, which is applied as a label to some more left-wing elements of the Democratic Party in New York City. A UB political science professor on those changes.
Her career has been one in which she's very, very good at reading her constituents. And as her constituency has shifted, her politics have shifted. And this isn't, some kind of claim of flip-flopping, although I'm sure it'll be framed as that from some corners. That's just knowing your audience. It's knowing who you represent.
But it could also be a political minefield, which she must steer through if she decides to run for governor in 2022, especially with other Democratic possible candidates in the wings.
There's going to be a line of attack that looks at her own political background and says, you represented NY26 as someone who is fairly centrist, if not, right of the political center. Now you want to represent a state that has moved in a leftward direction. How are you going to do that? And so she's immediately going to be hit with those kinds of questions, really, from presumably primary challengers.
Ron Plants, Channel 2 News.